One would enjoy to work with such directors like Janet Buckland, Andrew Buckland, Mutobi Motlautse, Victor Mashibini. You know, when I was doing Itutula by Chris Mann at the Grahamstown National Arts Festival, you know, that production, it gave me such an influence and such a role that has been played by Unele, the General Makanda Kanele, who was imprisoned in Robben Island. On many occasions, he tried to escape, but most unfortunately, he was recaptured again. Until today, we don't know where he last ended, whether he died and buried on Robben Island or whether he was killed, because Ncele, Makanda Ncele, was the greatest threat. When we were performing that production, directed by Janet Buckland at Grahamstown, it made some wonders for a production of that magnitude to be full up in that theater, and it was sold for all its runs during that festival. And also, my other production, which had a great impact and influence in my life, The Pain, which reflect to the past history of our country and the pains that our people have gone through during the apartheid system. You know, theater, to me, is a platform in which we can be able to develop not only in our country through arts and culture, but developing through tourism, developing through selling the indigeneity and the originality of South African arts and culture. Because I believe there is no country throughout the world that has a great history like South Africa, even up to date. I am proud of being an artist because it has built me to be where am I today. It would reflect on the success of my children like Noma Africa, my daughter in Johannesburg, like Noma Tamsanga, my other daughter in Johannesburg, and Lubabalo, my other son. And I was very much fortunate to give birth to those children, or Aluta, or Akona, or Zenani, but none of them has actually followed on my footsteps, because my children, they knew how much they have suffered during my lifetime as an artist in South Africa. Because once you are an actor in South Africa or a musician, it's not easy to survive under the conditions that we're subjected to. Apartheid made us, but it also destroyed us. But we have never accepted that it must destroy us. We stood up at all odds and utilized theater as a weapon to unchain our soul, our spirit, and our people. With that in mind, I am not blaming myself to be what am I today as an artist, a writer, and a director. But my influence is extended to Jet Novuka. My influence is extended to Luyanda Vongo. My influence is extended to Brendan Danza. My influence is extended to many, many other artists with whom I've managed to work with, both locally, nationally, and internationally. It is for that reason that during this year, I was given the Lifetime Achievement Award in Arts and Culture. This award, I think, it's not just an ordinary award that I was given. And I'm grateful that I received this award while I am still alive. It is very painful when people are given these kinds of awards on top of their graves and be given roses while they are dead. I am grateful that I am honored while I am still alive. And I hope that the other artists can follow on the footsteps of myself, Vuyisile Bojana, Xolani, Mongezi Ncwadi, quite a number of artists, Olura from Grahamstown, Obongani Diko, who have made so much influence in the development of arts and culture in our society. This, for me, it's a contribution and a respect for what I have done during my lifetime in South Africa to develop the spirit, to develop the talents of our children for our future and our lifetime. With this in mind and in honor of my work, I would love to dedicate this award to Vuyisile Bojana, who was one of my mentors during his lifetime, as I am also following on the footsteps of John Kani, Gibson Kente, Boiki Muhlambe, and other host artists who contributed so much for the development of my talent and the others in this country. With that in mind, I would also reflect to the life and times of Nelson Mandela. I am the first accused. I hold a bachelor's degree in arts and practice as an artist in Johannesburg with Oliver Tambo for many years. I'm a convicted prisoner, serving 5 years for leaving the country without a valid permit and for inciting people to go on strike at the end of May 1961. At the outset, I want to say that the suggestion made by the state in its opening this case, that the struggle in South Africa is under the influence of foreigners or communists, it's wholly incorrect. I did whatever I did, both as an individual and a leader of my people, not because of what any outsider might have said. During my youth days in Transkei, the elders of my tribe used to tell me some stories. Amongst the tales they related to me were those of wars fought by our ancestors in defense of the fatherland. The names of Yinsa, Makhanda Kanxele, Singultu and Dalasele, Mshweshwe and Mzilikazi were praised as the pride and the glory of the entire African nation. I hope then that life might be able to offer me my humble contribution to the freedom struggle of the African people. This is what has motivated me in relationship to the charges laid against me in this case. During my lifetime, I have dedicated myself to the struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a free and non-racial democratic South Africa in which all persons live with equal rights and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live and to achieve. But if it needs be, it is an ideal of which I am prepared to die. Chapter closed. Thank you.